gentlemen, welcome to Report to the People. I'm Geri Patterson, and I want to thank you for uh, watching my show and being faithful to my show, not just because I'm good looking, but thank you. I've lost weight, and this is the year 2019, and I'm looking hopefully that you will get in better shape too, so that you can become fit for life. My guest today, when we come right back from this break, is Saddiq Muhammad, the guy that teaches us about being fit for life. And I'm not there yet, but I am getting fit. I've lost a few pounds. So don't touch your dial. We'll be right back.
Looking for a qualified used car? Consider Patterson Circle R, towing and recovery. Everything you need to get on the road. Towing, used car sales, 24-hour emergency services listed. Foreign cars, domestic cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. All of this is available at Auto Sales there at 10106 South Michigan Avenue here in Chicago. That's 10106 South on Michigan Avenue. And that telephone number is area code 773-785-2600. Family owned and operated, serving Chicago for over 40 years. What more can you ask? Patterson Circle R, towing and recovery services.
Oh, welcome back. I'm exercising. The children told me that I could do the what? Or whatever, the shoot, that song that you could jump up and move your legs. Yes, I could do it. They told me I could, and I believed them. Even though I had to lay down and rest a few minutes, but I could still do it. I'm so glad because it has given me energy. And now, my guest, um, Saddiq Muhammad. Welcome to Report to the People again of the year 2019.
Oh yes, oh yes. Thank you for having us.
You are so welcome. And his son, Josiah Saddiq Muhammad. This young man is 6 years old, and we're so glad to have you on the show too, because you're learning to do some exercises. You can do push-ups too?
Yes.
How many can you do?
Uh, like 100.
100? You mean 100 on your spelling or your math. You mean 100 of written work, schoolwork, right? Not push-ups.
Push-ups.
You can do push-ups 100?
Yes.
Oh, I could do 3. And that's leaning against the wall. You show me that you lean against the wall for us older people. But I'm going to try the push-ups as soon as I move some of the clutter in my space, you know. Sometimes we older people begin to be pack rats. So I'm going to clean out some clutter so I can stretch out and do some push-ups. You going to help me?
Yes.
I understand, Josiah, you are going to do some children's classes. Yes? Open your mouth and say it. Don't be so bashful. The girls are watching. Come on, the girls in your class are watching. So you're going to do some classes, right?
Yes.
All right. And what will you teach them to do?
Push-ups, jumping jacks, squats, and jump up, and do push-ups.
Wow. That's great. I'm so glad that you're going to do that because as I watch, it will give me energy. When I just watching you young children gives me energy. You won't understand that until you get to be my age, you know, almost a grandmother. Then you look at young people and you get really joyful, you know, because we look at you young people and we see the hope in you. I'm so glad, Saddiq, Dad.
Yeah.
I am so glad, so proud of you because I met you. People meet at the strangest places.
This is true.
Almost. We met at a funeral.
Yes, we did.
It was one of your mentors.
Oh, yes.
And you
yes.
were the last one to come up and speak. And then
Yes.
you kind of was emotional. I was emotional too, just
Yes.
listening to your story. Darnell Randall and
Yes.
his son was your best friend, Manuel.
Yes, yes, yes. They were extremely influential in my life. Had a childhood different from a few, but similar to many. Well, ups and
Yes.
downs. Found myself living on the streets at an early age, and there was a family that really took a liking to me, a positive family, loving family, and at the funeral, I noticed that at the funeral that everyone that spoke only acknowledged the wife, and
Yes.
and they didn't acknowledge the son, and I felt compelled sitting there to admit something to everyone there that I didn't feel sad that he had passed on. I had had so much jealousy that someone was blessed to have a family and to have a father. And I admitted that to everyone, and it was emotional, but I felt the need to tell everyone that this man produced a beautiful family, and his son and his daughter and his other son, they're just so beautiful. And I wanted to make sure that they were acknowledged and to say that, he's not gone, he's leaving a legacy. And the irony is that now I'm sitting here with one that's carrying the torch for my legacy. So it's something special.
It is, Josiah. It is very special.
Mhm.
You spoke of the legacy and you said jealousy. You were
Mhm.
like, not jealous, envious, but you wished you had a family like this
Oh,
to
yeah, absolutely.
sit at
Yeah.
dinner together, eat
Yes.
together.
Mhm.
And you spoke the how uh, Mr. Randall
Mhm.
taught his son to drive.
Yes, 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 yeah. I mean, see, a parent. Some people may take it for granted, but to have a parent that would just teach you how to drive a car, from my background, was a very, very big deal. So knowing
Yes.
that, he not only had a car, but his father taught him to drive a car. For me, I was just, I mean, at 15, 16 years old, I'm like,
And
wow.
you being a friend, a neighbor, you
Yeah,
got to learn to drive too.
yeah.
Whatever he did for his children, he included you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A very inviting
What
family.
very few parents today do that or think to do that. You
Hmm.
include other children, no matter what they're going through or whatever. You still do that for them. Teach
Hmm.
them. You mentioned how he made you do homework too. Like
Yeah.
boys did homework, they had to buckle down, do their work too.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I ended up
This showed love.
Oh, absolutely. I ended up graduating high school with a 4.5 GPA on a 4.0 scale, and I was accepted to, I
Good
believe,
college.
10 or 11 different universities, and a track and field scholarship as well as academic scholarship. So even though I found myself homeless, found myself on the streets, I still was able to make it to college, and that gave me an opportunity.
Thank you to the Randall family and other families like the Randall family that reached out to others, to other youth to help them. No matter what you're going through, there's someone that God provides for you. All
Hmm.
you have to do is look up and accept it. And you will go to soar to higher heights. You got a 4.0
Yeah, 4.5 on the 4.0 scale. Yes.
and then was accepted to many colleges,
Yes.
and then you got your bachelor's in
Marketing. I got my bachelor's in business marketing at DePaul University, then moved on to Loyola University for a MS/MBA degree in integrated marketing communications. And then I went from there to open up my own business, which is the reason that we're here today, and the
yes,
shirt that you have on, Chicago Fit for Life.
Chicago Fit for Life.
Yes.
I'm so glad. As he spoke, ladies and gentlemen, he was like ready to go and leaving, and the service wasn't completely over yet. I jumped up to follow him out of the door.
Yes.
It was at my church.
Hmm.
I followed him out and said, wait, young man, wait, you just can't leave yet.
Yeah.
Because I needed his information. I needed that because I needed to pass that on.
Yes.
This show is about inspiring and encouraging others, and especially our young people today.
Hmm.
So I'm so glad, so happy that look at you now.
Hmm.
Although I dressed like this, I
Yeah.
said to myself, Saddiq is coming. He's going to wear a suit today,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
businessman that he is.
Yes.
But that's all right, Josiah. You and I both are just dressed in our exercise casual clothes because we're going to exercise. You're the next business person of 6 years old. You're going
Yes.
to inspire. We have children that around the city of Chicago that are doing some things thanks to their parents that believe in them and know that they can do things. Thanks to other people that speak into their lives to encourage our teachers who are being paid too little.
Absolutely.
Yes, and they can do this. So now, tell us about the exercises. Fit for Life.
Fit for Life, Fit for Life. So he's a part of the Fit for Life kids. So and then we have Chicago Fit for Life. So we have a group of young people that tour the city of Chicago, and they hold different fitness events. One of the ones that they did was a world record class of over 2,000 people at Soldier Field last year in July. And they do different fitness classes. And then what I do is I put on different fitness events. I believe that many people don't exercise because they don't understand how fun exercise can be. So if you get a group of people together, you get the right music, you get the right atmosphere, then what I found is that people are inspired to exercise post an exercise event because you see how good a time you actually have. And you've come out to many of our events and you've seen the people high five in all shapes, all sizes, all ages. One of my highlights is that we had a class and had up to 4 generations in one class, and that's some of the things that we inspire to do at Chicago Fit for Life.
And that helps families coming 4 generations.
Yes,
Gives a family something to do together.
absolutely. Outside of eating,
Yeah.
eating. Yeah,
That's
so
our biggest thing.
without question, we get
Everything
together.
is centered around food.
Every holiday is around food. Every Mother's Day, Father's Day. Where are we going to eat? What are we going to eat?
Yes.
But at the same time, we have to realize that there are other things that give us life. So John 10:10 said that he came that we may have life and have life in abundance.
Yes.
3 John 1 and 2, I wish above all things that you will prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers.
Yes.
So that's some of the things that we have to focus on when it comes to family.
Yes. Yes, we do have to focus on that and stop focusing so on food.
Yes.
Everything. What are we going to eat? Okay, come over for the holidays, but what are we going to eat? How much? And isn't it a wonder that the fall of mankind centered around something to eat?
That is very, very interesting. That's one of the things that we speak on. Genesis.
Yes.
It starts in the Genesis, which means in the beginning. It starts in the garden.
Yes.
We're talking about water. We're talking about food. And whenever any prophet, if you really study Scripture, whenever there's a problem that arises, what a prophet, a messenger of God will do was they will abstain from eating altogether. We call it a fast.
That's right.
And they will stop eating because eating is so natural that when you abstain from something natural, then it puts your mind, your soul, your body into something supernatural. So when you can say no to food, then you can say no to a list of other temptations.
That's right. Food is the hardest.
Yes.
It is the hardest. You're right. If we could say no to food, fast for 3 days.
3 days.
And then, you really on a super fast when you go 21 days.
Oh, yeah, that's something. 21 days.
Supernatural things will take place in your life.
Absolutely,
It will
absolutely.
take place,
When Jesus fasted for 40 days
40 days.
and for 40 nights, the first thing that he was tempted with was bread. And the
Yes.
master in his wisdom and his knowledge said that man shall not live on bread alone, but every word that proceedeth forth from his lips. So what I say to people is that if you want to be able to control what comes out of your mouth, then the first thing you have to do is be able to control what goes into your mouth. So that's a universal principle. We live in a world of duality. So where we have a right, we have a left, we have a up, we have a down. So when you have an in, you also have an out. So what happens with us is that we always taking in. We're always taking in. You're taking in information, but you're not giving it out. You're taking in food, but it's not going anywhere. So what we're seeing in the church today is a lot of spiritual pigs.
You're right.
Yes.
Pigs, gluttons.
Gluttons. And we're taking, and we don't take a break for anything to get out.
In fact, you got spiritual constipation.
Mm.
You take in, and it doesn't go out. It comes out in some unnatural ways, unhealthy ways. You got bad skin,
Yes.
bad breath, and it's not from eating garlic or alcohol or whatever it is. You got all kinds of things that come out wrong. Your hair is falling out. It's not growing right, or whatever's going on. Look at Josiah. You have healthy hair, kid.
And he has a list of healthy foods he wants to encourage some of the young people to eat.
Tell us
Tell 'em
about
some of the healthy
What
foods
are the
that you-
healthy foods?
Eat broccoli.
Broccoli. Let me write that down.
which has more vitamin C than an orange. Go ahead, tell them some more.
Really?
Yeah.
Carrots.
Carrots, which assist with your eyesight.
And what else?
Yeah, yellow. Then they speak about colorful vegetables. The broccoli is bright green. Carrots is like orange looking, yellow or something.
Some of the other things healthy you could eat.
Uh,
About an apple?
yeah, an apple.
An apple, which actually assists with increasing whiteness in your teeth. Some other foods.
So much you can't think of, huh?
Well, tell them some bad stuff. Tell them some stuff to stay away from. Some of the kids.
Donuts.
Donuts.
Stay away from donuts.
Sugary donuts with all the sugar.
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
some other
extra
food.
powdered sugar plus the brown sugar. All different color sugars. Is that good for us?
No.
Oh, no matter what color it is.
It's
What about
still-
artificial sugar, artificial sweeteners, stuff that man made to taste sweet? Is that good?
I know.
I don't think so.
No. Tell them some other bad foods. What about candy?
Yes, candy.
Yeah,
Candy?
yeah. Stay away from candy.
Well, you know, what about things like chips, potato chips with a lot of salt, potato chips, all the different flavors that's on there. Flaming Hots. I know some children that eat Flaming Hots for breakfast.
No, that's bad, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What should they drink? What's something healthy they should all drink?
Water.
Water. Yes, water is extremely healthy. And we have to understand the body is the majority water. So what I tell a person, if you're not drinking water, and we got some water right here. You see who's on this, right? So if you're not drinking water, it's the equivalent to living in a house without running water. And if you live in a house without running water, you realize very fast what takes place in that house isn't good. So with your body, it works the same way. So you want to make sure that you consume it. Many individuals think that they're hungry, but they haven't experienced hunger. What they actually experience is pains from dehydration. So we want to make sure that we're getting enough water in. What's something that they shouldn't drink?
Pop.
Shouldn't drink pop, soda pop.
Very good.
So when you shake up a pop and you go to open up a pop, you realize that it explodes.
Yes.
So when you drink that, it's the equivalent to you drinking a bomb. You're drinking something that will explode if you shake it up. But you're putting that same drink inside of your body. So yeah, so it's a huge mistake.
Wow. You know what I've learned? That I Googled, I look on the internet, and I found that phosphate is in, we have all types of minerals in our body. Phosphate is in the dark colored drinks, the colas. And we drink it, and when we go to let it out, when we go and release it, it takes out the phosphate with it. Even though we put some in our body, it takes the phosphate out of my body along with the magnesium, which is a miracle mineral. It takes the magnesium out of my body and causes me to have leg cramps. And that's the worst feeling, to have a cramp in your foot and in your leg. What can I do to stop the cramps besides leaving off the colas?
Stretching.
Do stretching. Stretching.
You were just doing that too, weren't you? You were just stretching out.
I found that too. If I drink one soft drink and no water, I could tell my body needs water. And I started getting cramps. I'm like, oh Lord, please, please take the cramp away. I promise I won't drink another soft drink. I have to do that. And I get up and stand and start stretching, and it goes away. And I say, okay, I'm not going to drink another soft drink.
Yeah.
I drank another some other kind of drink full of sugar. I didn't realize, oh, this is so sweet. Then I realized, I looked at the bottle, and it had all this added sugar to it.
That's
It
not
said
good, is it?
No.
It wasn't a natural drink they claimed it was, but it had. I said, why does it need added sugar?
Yeah.
So that wasn't good for my body, was it?
No.
Oh, wow. So I'm glad you're telling the young people about all of these things. And then, too, we were talking about the churches.
Yes.
A lot of church people,
Hmm.
what do we do? We've been doing this for years. I always was like, okay, after church, go home to fried chicken dinner.
Yes, yes. The church has been growing, and
It's habit.
yeah, literally. So
Growing. The church has been growing.
yeah, growing out. So with any religion, with any ideology, what takes place is there's a diet that comes with that.
Yes.
There's a certain way that people eat. But with the church, especially the African American church here in the
Yes.
United States, what happens is that we just eat anything. So we'll allow anything. We'll sell any type of food into the church. So here the pastor is giving teachings, so
Yes.
that's life giving, but we're having food that's the opposite. So and then the Bible speaks about a double minded man, and
It's
unstable
unstable.
in all things. So if you're going to speak life into someone's spirit, then you also have to feed a person physically with life giving foods. And where do you get life giving foods? It's foods without a label. God doesn't put a label on foods that he makes. So
That's
yeah, you won't read a list of ingredients on a banana. You won't read a list of ingredients on an orange or grapes. So, and the reason that they don't have a list of ingredients is because they should ideally be coming from the earth. Now, one of the things I learned while spending time in London is that they don't have GMOs. So in their food,
genetically modified foods.
they don't have that. So we have to understand that a lot of our food is being genetically modified. So we want to get away from that and get more to growing our own natural foods.
That's right. And because the reason they do that is to get it to market faster. It's all about the green dollar.
Yeah, the money.
Greed, economic or monetary greed.
Yes.
But if we start growing our own or demanding natural foods to go into our bodies, into our children's bodies so they can grow up healthy, then they'll stop it.
Yes. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Yes, we have to, we're the guardians of our children. We're the guardians of what comes into our mouths, into our homes, into on our tables, and especially us women that do the cooking and taking care of the nutrition of the family, we have to look out for that. Look out for our
Isn't that
children.
right?
Yes.
Yes, and children can, even though they may not like something, maybe learn to eat it, taste it, huh? You think, Josiah?
Huh?
You think that if you think you don't like something, you could just taste it, eat it when your mother prepares it or your dad prepares it?
Yeah.
Yes,
It's just like me.
just like you.
So
Okay.
yeah, so yeah, that's cool.
It
That's cool.
sure is.
Yeah,
You know?
so he tries to eat healthy and he tries to encourage other young people to eat healthy as well. Isn't that right?
Yes.
And you look healthy.
Are you the fastest kid in your class?
Yes.
You ran a race. You were racing with someone, with some of the children. You ran and you won.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Wow. So you keep doing that, and you get stronger and stronger.
Yes.
Wow. You wrote a book
Mm-hmm.
a
Yeah,
while back.
I did do that.
And
Remember
what was
that?
the name of your book?
The name of the book was How Are You Fat and Saved? Obesity in the Church. And a lot of people were offended by the title. And what I was trying to get people to
Don't
understand,
judge a book by its cover.
don't judge a book by its cover, but what I was trying to get people to understand is that biblically, that we represent someone else. When you call yourself a Christian, then you call yourself a follower of someone else.
Yes.
So if you are a follower, or if you represent someone, if you're a UPS driver, so you represent UPS, so you look like a UPS driver. You're a FedEx driver, you look like a FedEx driver. You play in the NBA. There's a certain uniform that goes with representing someone else or representing something else. So with that being said, when it comes to our body, we have to represent a God. And in representing a God, you have to look like a God physically. So you cannot just say that and claim Jesus Christ and say that I'm saved, but at the same time, you're on 15, 16 different medicines. You have diabetes, you have high cholesterol, your blood pressure is all over the place because you don't stress, because you don't fast, because you don't drink water, and because you will refuse to eat the foods that are given to you to eat biblically. So I tell everyone, when you read the Bible, it's a health book.
Yes,
Water
it
is
is.
mentioned in Scripture over 736 times. Most major miracles are performed around a body of water, from Moses
There's a
to
reason
Jesus
for that.
using spittle for the eyes. The reason that water is used as a miracle because it is a miracle. For
It's
life to even
life.
come into this world, water has to be broken. So we have to realize that. So we have to start taking in the foods that we need and the drinks that we need. God doesn't speak about a latte from Starbucks. He doesn't speak about these things. So
He
we have to start
doesn't.
taking those foods in.
That's right. He does it. It's life-giving waters. The creation account, those that believe it, those that don't believe it, hey, but still, the earth was void and full of water.
Full of water.
Water at first. Like you say, the water, it says the Holy Spirit. Those that say they want to be filled with the Holy Spirit, want more of God's Holy Spirit, then it's with the water.
It's with the water.
It's
It's with the
what the
water.
water is life-giving.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to drink more water. Our skin, if you, if you took some skin, you could, some people did, one young lady took some pig skin, bacon, and she took some cow skin and just let it sit. They were doing an experiment. And it, before it dehydrated or just, it was full of water.
Oh,
I
wow.
tell you, our skin is full of water.
Oh, wow.
Our whole
That's something.
system is made up of water, and we need water. We need life-giving, healthy water. So we need to, people are talking about voting and not voting. We need to vote because you need to be aware and protective of our water system. We have the fiasco in Flint, Michigan, where people are, with the messed up water,
Yes.
unhealthy water, and we got to safeguard our drinking water here now too. So water is life-giving. It is life-giving. So how can you tell me if I'm sick, or I'm sick in my body, how can you tell me as you're a minister or representative of God, how can you tell me that you're going to pray for me or lay hands on me and cause me to be healed and you're not manifesting good health?
Mm.
You're just like Saddiq said, you're overweight, you're obese, you have heart condition, you're taking 15 different medications, you have diabetes, you're on a breathing machine. So how can you tell me that I'm going to be healthy or healed?
Yes. The church has become a bad commercial for the world. So when you look at a commercial, you look at a product, you look at it at its best. You look at it as ideal. So what's happened in the church is that someone be in the world, then they get saved and go into the church, and now they're sicker or they're more unhealthy. So countless studies. There was a study that came out of Purdue University by an individual by the name of Ken Franco, and he found that the average church goer weighed more than the average person that didn't go to church. So in that study, it showed that the church isn't doing its job, because if a person joins the church, they should look better, they should feel better, their money should increase, their health should increase. It shouldn't be a struggle,
Yes.
So Jesus speaks on, take upon my yoke, for it's light and it's easy, not yours. So it should be a easiness to it. So you shouldn't be struggling and going through all of these things. That's a huge misconception.
It
And
is.
many preachers today are speaking to the negative. So they're preaching to the negative, but also they're feeding people the foods that are also negative. So if you're going to do a bake sale after the church to generate money, then you got to make it clear that this isn't the things that we should be trying to live upon.
That's right.
Fried chicken dinners and all these type of things, we got to make some changes.
After church, a certain time on Sundays between 12 and 4 p.m. or whatever, every restaurant is packed on Sundays.
On Sundays.
Well,
Is that right?
you can look around, see the church people. All of them are big, most of it, I'm telling the truth, overweight, and they're eating too much that they shouldn't eat. And then what is the next thing they do? Go home,
And go to sleep.
go to sleep, which is a bad thing. After we eat, sometimes I know we have to rest. Our body is working to get rid of the food, to process it. But Josiah, what should we do afterwards? Get up and do what?
Get up and work out.
And work out. So we're going to take a break. We're going to work out for just a minute, and we're going to come back and talk about Saddiq, how he got to London.
Oh, yes.
How he got to London. And, of course, you are in all of the churches, a lot of the ministers and people are waking up. They're having you come into their church and start an exercise program, getting the people of God fit.
Yes.
And communities also, getting them fit and exercising so they can bring better health to themselves and their families.
Yes.
So now we're going to take a break. We're speaking with young Josiah and his father, Saddiqu Muhammad. Chicago Fit for Life. We'll be right back. And of course, yes, I'm Geri Patterson. We'll be right back.
Looking for a qualified used car? Consider Patterson Circle R, towing and recovery. Everything you need to get on the road. Towing, used car sales, 24-hour emergency services. Listen, foreign cars, domestic cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. All of this is available at Auto Sales there at 10106 South Michigan Avenue here in Chicago. That's 10106 South on Michigan Avenue. And that telephone number is area code 773-785-2600. Family owned and operated, serving Chicago for over 40 years. What more can you ask? Patterson Circle R, towing and recovery services.
Try to say it's not this way. We can make this change, but I can't stay if you stay the same. Love is not a game. Love shouldn't be a heartache, enemies and mistakes. 'Cause if it's love, find a way to make it, even if it's wasted time. No excuses. No excuses. No excuses. Shouldn't be a heartache, enemies and mistakes. 'Cause if it's love, find a way to make it, even if it's wasted time.
I used to think about the beach when the heat came down. But now every time I feel it, it's coming out of your mouth, blowing out all the smoke, feel it choking me out. Always thought we was chosen, but I fell in the doubt. I flew in the clouds and thought I would meet you. Guess I was reaching off for the season's young. I don't wanna let this go, but I ain't trying to stay no more. So you gon' have to show me what you really want. Girl, it ain't gotta be that hard. Just say you love me, I know you need me, but don't be like it. I won't believe you. If it's real love, there be no question.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching Report to the People. Josiah and Saddiqu Muhammad, we welcome you again. We thank you. We're so glad that this team has come to report to the people, give us an update on Chicago Fit for Life. They're going into different churches and different communities with their exercise program. I love the large one that you had this summer, last summer 2018 was it Millennium Park downtown?
Soldier Field.
Soldier Field, getting the soldiers fit for life, exercising.
Absolutely.
What is the website or information that people can contact?
ChicagoFit4Life.com. So that's ChicagoFit4Life.com.
All right, very good. Now, you're helping people get on track.
Absolutely.
You do personal fitness
Yes,
training
yes.
too.
I'm a personal trainer by trade, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so one-on-one training.
This is one of the things that you went to school for, to train for. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Going, and one of your clients, I could tell, is Mr. and Mrs. Callahan,
Oh, yes.
Shirley Callahan.
Yes, the Callahans.
They're in FIT, and then they also have a foundation,
Yes,
Callahan
yes.
Foundation.
The Callahan
every
Foundation,
December.
yes, yes. They do a gala every December, and they also raise money and give scholarships. And I work with them on raising the money and also speaking to the young people as they transition into college and transition past their freshman and sophomore year. For the Callahans to put something amazing together.
Yes, and thank you for being a part of that and to speaking and encouraging our young people to go into something positive.
Mm-hmm.
We have so much negativity going on
Oh,
in
absolutely.
the city and the world
We
that's,
use the bathroom.
that's vying for our young people's attention, trying to pull them away. And so you all are doing something positive to help them, to let them know that they can be all that they can be.
Yes, yes.
Get their education, and
Yes.
you're standing behind them.
Absolutely, and what we've done is actually become international. We've transitioned from doing things locally here in Chicago to just a few weeks ago to doing an exercise class in London.
Tell us how that came about.
Well, we got a call that it may be an opportunity to do an exercise class at a place called Box Park Wembley, which is it's a restaurant slash indoor mall. I have a partner, Marquise Cole, former New England Patriots cornerback, and we linked up with the DJ Conspiracy, and a host, Miss Natalie Gale, also Faye Edwards, and who are all based in London. So we flew over there with our team, and the person that does all the behind the scene business work, Miss Valencia, she does all our booking and arrange the trips and flights. And then so once we got over to London, we started doing the marketing. I did BBC Radio. We did a press release, and in the press release and in us doing radio, we ended up attracting over 300 people to come and all exercise at Box Park Wembley. And the class was a huge success. We ran out of room. People had a great time, and we're going to also bring Josiah, Miss Lacey, Zara, and a list of other kids.
Valencia Lacey.
Yeah, those are two. We got Lacey, and then we got Valencia, and then we got a whole team, and we're gonna go back over to London over the summer and do a kids workout and a group parent workout. So
I love that. Teamwork makes the dream work. What if, just imagine, ladies and gentlemen, what if Siddiq had not been close to, or the family, the Randall family and others that inspired him? What if he was caught up in the system, the just us system, and fallen by the wayside, and instead of sitting here, he could be laying 6 feet under, or he could be sitting in a 9 by 12, if any larger, jail cell, prison cell. What if those that were attached to your life or came about later because of your journey, where would they be? All of the, don't call me fat, I'm just built like that. All of those people that have not lost weight, what if we weren't touched by you and the journey that you're on? What if? I hate to think about it. You know, so it's important to pour into someone else's life, to reach out and touch someone, touch their lives, help them along the way. You may not know just a little bit, just smiling, saying, hello, come over, let me help you with your homework. Oh, you need help with this? Let me even show you or take you where you can get the resources to help you. Let me connect you with a teacher, a mentor, somebody. What if? I'm so glad that you went through your journey and now you're sitting here.
well, thank you. I'm glad as well. I'm glad to be here. You know, so it's amazing. Yeah, it's been an amazing journey, and it's really just beginning. So the company Chicago Pit for Life, we're going to do more international classes. We have plans to do a class in South Africa, potentially Dubai, potentially Australia. So we have some opportunities, and we're going to spread this idea of being fit for life, of not being fit for a day, not being fit for a year, but being fit for life. And it started all here in Chicago. So, and we use the gospel, we use different
In
information.
Chicago,
And
and you use the gospel. How did that help? Some people may say, "Oh, they don't need the gospel," but
well,
what?
you have, it's good news. And if you understand, when you really read scripture, then you see that it is a health book. It has a list of foods. It has a list of things not to eat. When you think about it, it's funny what took place with Donald Trump last week and bringing the football players who win, and when they get there, then they're served McDonald's. And the irony is that I think about the scripture when the three boys were
The
fed,
Hebrew boys,
the three Hebrew boys
Shadrach, Meshach, and a bad Negro.
and a bad Negro. Yeah. So when I think about how they were fed the king's meat and how it affected them in a negative way. I'd say unto everyone that's listening, what you have to do is you have to be careful of eating the king's meat, of drinking the king's drink, and focusing on fruits and vegetables. What takes place when you exercise is there's something released in the brain called serotonin, which
Yes.
actually helps fight depression. So many people don't realize is not being physical actually makes you more and more depressed.
It certainly does. It certainly does. At my age, I'm in school and I'm learning and then going into psychology, and all of that is so true. I had to take biology and some advanced courses,
Mm.
and the serotonin. There are certain foods that you can eat.
Yes.
To watch your atmosphere also.
Mm-hmm.
Negative, toxic people too. That wasn't in the textbook, but it's implied.
Mm.
Watch that too, because it will also cause depression.
Yes.
Drink your pure natural water.
Mm-hmm.
It will help you. It will help release the serotonin. Get
Mm.
your rest, and which was healthier. Do you know you can read on about in the others the king that developed gout?
Mm.
It came from eating the richest, the finest of foods. All of the steaks and the acid in the steak. All of those contribute to gout, the uric acid that is in the foods and the meat. So they were eating, but these Hebrew guys, including the prophet Daniel, knew to know, let us eat the regular, some grain,
Yes,
food,
and some
and
vegetables.
healthier vegetables.
Mhm.
So we all have to be aware of that, so we can be at our optimum, our best,
And you,
not just physically, but
mentally.
mentally.
And you got a message for the young people out there who need to exercise. What you want to tell them out there?
Come on,
You want,
tell us, tell us.
You go work out and be fit.
got to be fit for what?
Fit for life.
Fit for life.
They can start at 4 years old, at 3
Yeah.
years old, 6, 7, all of it. They can work out that young, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've been working out since you were when? How old?
Like 5
5. Okay.
and 4, I think.
4.
4,
Okay.
you were a little boy, you started exercise, looking at dad, doing some exercise, you started trying to do it too, doing the
Yes.
push-ups.
Yeah.
So we have children that have allergies to foods. We're discovering now, people are discovering more that children all of a sudden we didn't hear too much of this, maybe we didn't pay attention. They're allergic to peanuts, peanut oil, different things as little children. Children growing up with the allergies, and never in my life have I heard so much of asthma.
Asthma.
They're even trying to tell older people, seniors, that they have asthma. But could it be from some of the foods? The additives that are added to the foods?
Yeah, without question.
So if our little children are eating healthier, eating some natural fruits and vegetables, you think they'll be healthier?
Yes.
So their mothers won't have to run to the doctor saying, "Oh, I don't know, they don't have a cold, but their nose is running. They can't. Their ears are popping. They hurt. Our nose, our throat, our ears, the passage is all connected together to get infections. so they can't go to school. Do you like school?
Yes.
Do you like to miss school?
No.
Okay, so a lot of children don't like to miss school, but if they're sick with things, maybe their parents can check and see what they're being fed.
Yeah,
Right?
that's a good point. Well, yeah, but what we want to do is we're going to definitely put something together. We want to thank you for even having us. You want to thank Miss Jerry?
Thank you, Miss Jerry.
Oh, you're so welcome. It's my pleasure. I love children. You little children. You all are so much fun. You give me renewed life and energy. My seniors that I go to visit in the nursing homes and that I go and minister to give me a lot of renewed. They give me wisdom.
Oh, wow.
And they give me energy, but not like you young ones. You all give me so much energy, especially when you tell me that I could do, what's the name of that dance? The WAP?
The shoot.
The shoot, that I could jump up on one foot and kick my legs up. I could do that. You young people tell me I could do that. You showed me how. Some teenagers and young people invited me to their Christmas party. I'm like, okay, I was the third oldest there. And I almost cleared off the dance floor because I was doing the shoot and I was doing something else that they were doing. I was probably like, oh, I know what they were saying. Look at that old lady.
Show them a couple moves.
But I could do it, and it was exercise. But I enjoyed being in their field of energy, the energy that they were just giving me. The energy, it was just, and I love just being there to inspire them. Of course, you know.
Well, you definitely inspired us.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, and thank you, Josiah, for inspiring me. I'm going to have more young people on my show. So parents, make sure your young people get in touch with me. You get in touch with me for them because I want our young people to show the way. You're the next generation. There's some a little older than you that are the now generation. I call them and your dad's not 40 yet. He's not even 35 yet. But they are our Joshua generation. You're the ones to take the lead, to lead us and going forward. You know, and I'm not going to be one of the old ones as in standing in the way of our young people. You are not going to leave me behind. I'm going on to the promised land with you. I'm going to be one of the older ones that are going with Joshua and Caleb. I'm not going to stand in your way. Oh, it's never been done before. You can't do that. You know, we've always done it this way. It's time out for that stinking thinking. We're going to leave that behind. We're going forward.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
You
We
are
really appreciate
so
you.
welcome. You're so welcome. And we want to, like I said, get to London with you.
Oh, yes. We're going to definitely be back in London doing another exercise class. And we're going to take what we're doing to different countries as well because everyone needs to hear the message that you're spreading about thinking, about mentality, the exercises that this kid has and the other Chicago Fit for Life kids have, and some of the things that we want to offer. So thank you.
Thank you. And Josiah with the Chicago Fit for Kids. That is wonderful. The legacy is going on, is carrying on. And thank you, Siddiqu, for coming again to report to the people to start off a year of being fit. Chicago Fit for Life. And of course you have seniors, the ones that are older than I am, bigger than I am, that are out of shape. You have things for them so that they can exercise.
Absolutely. Visit the website. You'll get a lot of information. We have over 130 videos on YouTube. It's youtube.com/Chicago Fit for Life. We also have the Facebook page with a lot of different diet and health tips. It's facebook.com/Chicago Fit for Life. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Google Siddiqu the Personal Trainer. That's SIDDIQU, the Personal Trainer. That's SIDDIQU, the Personal Trainer. And you can have all our information for free.
Oh, yes. I have to give you someone's, he still does personal training. And sometimes are you equipped to travel a little bit?
Yeah, of course.
I have some friends who are would like for you sometimes to travel with them. Not long. I know you have to be with your son and doing some things for your business, but they want to be fit for life. They want the exercise. You know, they need a personal trainer.
Okay, well let's talk about that after the show, because I know you got to get out of here and
Yes.
you got to do what you do.
Look at him rushing me,
No,
young people. People rushing me.
No, take your
Josiah is
time.
ready to go. Josiah has some things that he has to do, right, Josiah? Thank you for coming on Report to the People, and I hope you come again. Would you please? Okay, we'll have to come out too on location so we can see the children exercising. Thank you, Saddiq.
Thank
and
you.
tell our viewers again where they can reach you.
On the website www.chicagofit4life.com. That's the number 4life.com. YouTube the same, youtube.com/Chicago Fit for Life. Twitter Saddiq_the PT. And you can just find all our information on the internet. So you can go to any of our sites and you'll find exercises, you'll find videos, you'll find articles that we write. All these things are available to you.
All types of education. And we thank you and we thank all the people who have poured into Siddiq's life, his
and thank
family.
you for all of the great work that you've done. And you're added to that list of individuals that have poured into my life.
Thank you. Thank you. And we thank you, viewers, for watching Report to the People and for your support. And we just thank you. Again, we can't thank you enough. And we thank you for watching. And make sure you go out, exercise, and drink plenty of water. All right? And have some young people in your life to inspire you. Okay, he's showing us his muscles. He's not stretching. Well, he's stretching, but he's exercising, showing us his muscles too. You too will gain some muscles too, so that you can be fit for life and go out and do the things that you were destined and purposed to do. Thank you. You've been watching Report to the People. I'm Geri Patterson. Goodbye.
Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard.
Work, 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 work.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. That it's possible. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. That it's possible. That dream that you're holding in your mind, I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible.